about we just rename Saturdays to Yom Soak Day? Why even act surprised when we can clearly see a pattern here? It will be silly not to embrace this change, let me tell you. Also, not to forget the additional day to rest. I mean, why even question a good thing, right? Let's just prepare ourselves for the yet another long weekend. Only first, fill up your gas petrol tanks before the stations shut down. Stock up with cheap food and unwind over a few DVDs. Of course, there will be another strike this weekend. No office, no work. Sounds pretty sweet to me. What bloodshed? How many died this time around? 14. Well, I didn't know them. Hey, as long as it's not me, not my family, I'm good. Paper cancelled. No way. High five on that. I guess all of you college students are plain lucky. Bet you don't even bother for this exams being held on Saturdays, right? I wonder, why do they even try? Can't they see it all happening? What am I doing for tonight? I guess the usual, dolling up for the fashion event and, of course, the play. We hear all the above, and some are even guilty acknowledging the whole of it, because I'm sure that some of it would sound a little bit familiar. We can't deny that. Yes, it is painful. It is painful to see lives lost, daily wagers facing the brunt to the hatred they don't even understand about, and the vehicles and the transport being paralyzed. But deep down, nobody really wants to see, or feel the pain for too long. It is easier to just sigh deep and thank the Lord that it wasn't us on the streets. And probably after a few cuss words said out loud to those who we think is responsible, we do resume life. Still, quite clearly, even though hoping against hope, we can feel an impending doom. The same sinking, do you remember the same rotten sinking feeling that we used to get on the last day of our summer holidays? Sounds a little familiar, it just feels a little familiar. What can be done to that but to draw out the curtains to the darkening skies? Is any one of us doing anything to ensure that the light remains? If not surrounding us, then maybe within us? Do we ever turn back to follow the shameful loss of lives and consider feeling a moment maybe to the affected families losing their sole breadwinner? Knowing that it is the indifferent government's job to consider all this, and why should we even bother? But is any one of us pausing for a moment maybe to see, maybe consider, if not feel, how many families will become a part of this bloodbath? What can you and I, being the youth of a bleeding nation, what can we do to make a little bit of change? Maybe help some of those families rehabilitate, or any other suggestions? Do you have anything in mind? Do share with us. Do let us know.